Hello students, today we start new session of lesson number 8, cell structure and function. In this lesson, previously we see about organism show variety in cell number and shape of the cell. So this topic we covered in a previous session. So in this session we learn about the size of cell structure and functions, cell membrane and cell wall. This all topic we will learn in this session. So first topic is size of the cells. So this is a picture of the bacteria cell and this is the ostrich egg. Mostly the cells are very small in size. So the size of living organism may be as small as a millionth of a meter, micrometer or micron, or maybe as large as a few centimeter. Means the cells in a living organism is very small, and in some case it is very large as a few centimeter, but mostly they are very small. However, most of the cells are microscopic in size, are not visible to the unaided eyes. They need to enlarge or magnified by microscope. Means most of the cells are microscopic in size. These cells are not visible to the unaided eyes. We need a microscope to see the cells. The smallest cell is a 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer in a bacteria. So smallest cell is a 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer in a bacteria, and the largest cell measuring 170 mm into 130 mm is the egg of an ostrich. Means the smallest cell is in micrometer size and the largest cell is in few centimeter. So the size of the cells has no relation with the size of body of any animal or plant. It is not necessary that the cells in the elephant be much bigger than those in the rat. The size of the cells is related to its function. Means the size of the cells has no relation with the size of body of the animal or plant. Means it is not necessary that the elephant has a bigger cell and the rat has smaller cells. The size of the cell is related to its function. So here is a picture of the elephant and the rat. So for example, we consider the nerve cells both in the elephant and rat are long and branch. They perform the same function, that are transferring the messages. So means here is the elephant and rat. Elephant is a big animal and the rat is a small, but both the animal contains the nerve cell. This nerve cell is a long and branch, but they perform the same function. They are transferring the messages. So next topic is cell structure and functions. So each organ in the system of living organism performs different functions such as digestion, assimilation and absorption. Means the each organ in the system perform the various functions. So similar functions also perform the plant. For example, a root helps in the absorption of water and minerals, and leaves are responsible for synthesis of food. So see the first picture. In this picture, root absorb the water and minerals from the soil, and in second picture synthesis of food is there. So leaves are responsible for synthesis of food. So we learned this synthesis of food in class 7 also. So we know that each organ is further made of the smaller parts called as a tissue. So tissue is a group of similar cells performing specific functions. So we already discussed about the tissues. A tissue is a group of similar cells performing a specific functions. So the next topic is part of the cell. So first part of the cell is cell membrane. So this is a picture of plant cell. In that we denote the cell membrane. The basic component of cell are cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. The cytoplasm and nucleus are enclosed within the cell membrane, are also called as a plasma membrane. Means the basic component of the cell is cell membrane, cytoplasm and the nucleus, and this cytoplasm and nucleus is enclosed within the cell membrane, and another name for the cell membrane is plasma membrane. So this cytoplasm and nucleus is enclosed in the cell membrane. So we denote this cell membrane in plant cell. So see this picture. In that we denote the cell membrane. The membrane separates the cells from one another and also from the surrounding medium. Means the main importance of this cell membrane is it separates the cells from one another and also from the surrounding medium also. The plasma membrane means cell membrane is a porous and allows to movement of substance or material both inward and outward. Means the function of this plasma membrane or cell membrane is allows the substance or material both inward and outward. So this is all about the cell membrane. So cell membrane separates the cell from one another and also from the surrounding medium. So here is a picture of cells observed in a onion peel. So see this picture. In that we denote the cytoplasm and the nucleus. So see this picture. So the boundary of the onion cell is the cell membrane covered by the another thick covering called the cell wall. Means the boundary of the onion cell is known as a cell membrane, and the another layer is covering to that cell membrane is called a cell wall. The central dense round body in the center is called nucleus. So see in the picture, in that picture we denote the nucleus. This nucleus is a central dense round body. The jelly-like substance between the nucleus and cell membrane is called cytoplasm. Jelly-like substance between the nucleus and cell membrane is called cytoplasm. So see in the picture, we denote this cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance between the nucleus and the cell membrane. The next part of the cell is cell wall. So see this picture, this is a picture of plant cell. So in this plant cell, we denote the various parts of the cell such as cell wall, nucleus, vacuole, chloroplast, cytoplasm, etc. So see this picture. So you have learned earlier that the cell membrane gives a shape to the cell. So in previous session we learned about this cell membrane gives a shape to the cell. In addition to the cell membrane, there is an outer thick layer in the cells of the plant called cell wall. The outer layer around a cell membrane is known as a cell wall. So see in the picture, we denote this cell wall. So around a cell membrane there is an outer thick layer. In the cells of plants is called cell wall. So cell wall is only present in a plant cell. In animal cell the cell wall is not present. So what is the importance and the function of this cell wall? This additional layer surrounding the cell membrane is required by the plants for protection. Plant cell need protection against the variation in temperature, high wind speed, atmospheric moisture, etc. They are exposed to the variation because they cannot move. Means the cell wall in plant cell protect against variation in temperature, high wind speed, atmospheric moisture, etc. So this is the importance and the function of this cell wall. Protect the plant cell against variation in temperature, high wind speed and atmospheric moisture. So this is all about this session. In this session we learn about the size of the cell, cell structure and functions, part of the cells. In that we learn about cell membrane and the cell wall. This topic we cover in this session. The next topic of this lesson we will see in the next session. Thank you.